What's mushin', jelly products? Welcome back to Monkey Boys Toys, and welcome back to the sofa. Thanks very much for joining me again. Here's Mr. Hippo to look at, and his nephew, Adam Hippo. Now, I'm afraid there's going to be no mucking about today. I've got too many items to show you, really, and I don't want the video to take all day, so I realise they've only just got here, but let's say goodbye to Adam Hippo. Bye! And Mr. Hippo. Bye! And let's bring in the first item, which is an XWing Satchel bag. It's already covered in my cat Ewok's fur, so that's lovely. But here's a nice brightly coloured X-Wing bag. There's no design on the back, but it's just telling us that it's presented to us by the Incom Corporation, and that it's an X-Wing starfighter, and that it's the pride of the Rebel Starfleet. There's no design on the inside particularly, apart from the Star Wars logo repeated a bunch of times. But yeah, that was the first item that I picked up, a nice X-Wing satchel bag. Let's remove that. And let's have a look at the next item, which is a TIE Fighter Satchel bag. This is presented to us by CNR Fleet Systems. And just in case you didn't know, the TIE in TIE Fighter stands for twin ion engines. So this has high-speed twin ion engines and dual LS1 laser cannons. Obviously it doesn't really have those things because it's just a bag. There's nothing on the back again, just plain on the back. And again we have the Star Wars logo just printed on the inside. Again, absolutely covered in my cat's fur already, and it's only been home 5 minutes. Anyway, I do actually have something inside the bag. We have another Star Wars Complete Vehicles book. Now, I do have one of these already, but it has a different cover, and I do like a variant. So I saw this in a charity shop and decided that I'd take this one home with me as well. It's by DK Publishing, and those of you that are familiar with DK books know exactly what to expect. It's lots of cross-sections of vehicles, so you can see what goes on inside the vehicles. It's pretty cool. But we won't linger on that too long because I've got a lot of other stuff to show you. But that's just another book that I picked up this week, so that will go into the collection of Star Wars books that I've got. There we go. There's that. Just a quick look at the back of it there. So that's what to expect. Okay, let's move on to the next item, which is another McFarlane figure. It's from the DC Multiverse, and it is Batman in the Hazmat suit. Now, I wanted to pick this figure up because he just looks so cool in this suit. As you can see, sorry for the glare, but he's wearing a face shield, which I think is the first time we've seen Batman wear a clear mask or face shield like that. He's got some breathing apparatus attached to it. He's also got some hoses coming out of him for some bizarre reason. Now, this figure came from the Justice League Amazo virus story. Now, in that story, Superman's arch nemesis Lex Luthor created a virus called the Amazo virus, which was originally intended to strip superheroes of their superpowers, but it didn't go quite according to plan. I won't go into the story now for reasons of time, but let's just say some of the superheroes ended up with different superpowers, and it was quite an interesting storyline. Go and have a look at on Google and just sort of familiarise yourself with the story if you like. I'm not going to go into it here, but this is a nice figure. It's worthy of note that this has a light up Batman symbol. This is the first figure that McFarlane have produced that's had a light feature, and that was quite appealing to me, even though of course I won't be opening this because it's the only one I've got, so I won't be taking this out of the package to see the light. But what I'll do, I'll put up some images just here and here so you can see the figure a little bit better, and you can see how bright the light up feature is. It really is quite a bright light. There's a look at the back of the box there, just showing us the figure. But yeah, that was another pickup. So this is sort of increasing my collection again of the DC Multiverse figures. I do like these McFarlane DC figures. I think they're good quality. The sculpts are great, and they're a really good price point. So they're very collector friendly. But anyway, let's remove that. and have a look at the next item that I bought, which was a Retro Electro collectible 1 to 2.3 scale model of the Sega Mega Drive. Now, viewers in the States will recognise this as the Sega Genesis, but it was called Mega Drive in the UK. Now, I do really like the Mega Drive as a system. It was the last game system that I really did enjoy before things got a bit crazy. Now, this is a model that includes loads of stuff. We get a representation of the original box. We obviously get the console itself on a little stand there. We get a Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge and the controller on its own little stand there, as well as the instruction booklet that would have come with the Mega Drive when it was sold. Now, I will be opening this on the channel to have a better look at it, but I just thought I'd show you guys now. This is another pickup that I got recently. Now, when I bought the Batman figure and this Mega Drive from a local toy dealer who happens to know that I collect a little something else, which he was very kind to send me a related gift. Now, if that sentence made any sense, so he's actually sent me a plastic horse.
I'm not a horse, I'm a pony.
Sorry, a pony. He knows that I collect a few My Little Ponies as well. There are reasons for this. Some of you may know the reasons that I collect My Little Ponies. I'm not going to go into it now, but I do have legitimate reasons for wanting a small collection of ponies. And he sent me this one. Now, this one is Peachy. This is one I didn't own, so I'm happy to add it/her to the collection. So yeah, there's a My Little Pony. I'm pretty sure most of you won't be interested in that, but there we go. Anyway, this is from 1980. I think it's from 82. There you go, 1982. And this is the concave hoof version. Initially, when My Little Ponies came out, they had flat hooves, but they would often fall over for some bizarre reason. So the concave hoof was introduced to give them more stability, I think. But there we go. So a 1982 Hasbro Peaches My Little Horse.
Pony.
Pony. Okay. So moving on. Let me just pause the camera and grab some other bits. Okay, I'm back. The next item I'm going to show you guys is the Diamond Select Phantom Terror Dog from Ghostbusters 2. Now, it's not that apparent on the camera, but this is actually a translucent figure. There's no real way of me showing you quite how translucent it is. It's quite apparent in hand, but it's not coming across on the camera particularly well. But this is cast in a translucent sort of grey, sort of black plastic. And I always liked the Terror Dogs from Ghostbusters, and I thought I'd pick this guy up for display. I think he looks really cool. It's a shame about that promotional pack in the back here. I think that detracts a little from the displayability of the toy, but nevertheless, that's that. It does come with two different horns as well. So you could have the long horns or the short horns. It comes as standard with the long horns fitted. But it's a very articulated figure. Again, I won't be opening this, so I won't be able to display him loose. But nevertheless, I think it looks great in the box. This is I believe that's a Toys R Us exclusive from the States. There's a quick look at the back, showing you a couple of the other figures that are available. And you get a better look here of how translucent the figure is. But yeah, no reason to linger on that particularly anymore. So there's the Diamond Select Ghostbusters 2 Phantom Terror Dog. And now moving on to a different property. This is a figure that I'm very excited to get. Now, I've waited over a year for this, and it is the Masters of the Universe Deluxe Leech figure brought to us by Mattel in their Origins line. Now, Leech was a very popular figure, at least for me, growing up. I thought it was an awesome figure, and I'd been looking forward to this deluxe version from Origins for ages. I pre-ordered this last summer, and it's only just arrived. I like the alternate head that you get. I think that looks pretty cool. Of course, I won't be opening it to display him with the alternate head, but nevertheless, it's a nice inclusion. Some things worth pointing out with this figure is it has this tab on the top of his mouth, which the original didn't have. Now, this is so that you can more easily remove the figure once you've used the suction feature to stick him to something. That's to release the mouth from the surface. To me, it's a bit of a shame. The original figure didn't have it, and we never really had any problems with that. But he also has those tabs on his hands and also his feet. The original figure did not have suction cup feet. He had solid feet. So it's unusual that they chose to give him suction feet on this occasion. I would be interested to know if other people have got this figure, quite how well he stands with the suction feet. I mean, obviously you could stick him to a smooth surface, but many people might be displaying him on perhaps a wooden shelf or a shelf that isn't completely smooth, so the suction feature wouldn't work. So I would be interested to know how he stands sort of in that regard. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the back. It's showing us here down the side that we can stick leech to smooth surfaces. There's a few of the other figures that were released in the wave, and we've got the nice image there of Leech attacking. Now, I'm not sure who that is. Is that Tongue Lashor? I'm not entirely sure. Someone will correct me if I've got that wrong. But a nice image there of Leech emerging from the swamp to do battle with one of the snake men there. So yeah, the deluxe Leech is the Motu item that I first picked up this week. Now, brace yourselves, because I found something amazing this week. I went into Norwich City and I was looking in a toy shop that I hadn't actually been in before. They sell a lot of vintage toys, and I happened to spot on the top shelf this. Now, many of you will recognise this as the Super 7 Club Grayskull line. I'll show you the figure in a second, but I was completely blown away when I found this. Now, this figure is very difficult to come by because these figures never got a retail release. You had to pre-order them directly from the manufacturer, and as a result, there are not that many in the wild. They don't come up very often. Now, this particular figure I haven't seen on eBay for a very long time. Let's withdraw the figure from the sleeve. It's Teela. This is a really nice figure. Fantastic face sculpt. Look at that. Occasionally the eyes and stuff and mouth weren't painted particularly well, but my example is absolutely great. I've got a really clean version here. This was brand new, unopened, in the package with the shipper box as well. I was really pleased to find this figure. Now, the going rate for Teela, if you can find her, is well over £100. When I picked this up in the shop, and when I saw it in the shop, I was convinced it was going to be out of my budget. I thought surely they're going to be charging at least £80 for her. But I picked it up anyway to have a look at it, and I looked at the price ticket on the bottom. That's right, guys, £20. I don't know if the shop didn't do their research and didn't know what they had, but when I saw this price ticket, my arse nearly fell out, I must admit. So I snapped this up straight away. I did get another Club Grayskull figure as well, but I'll show that next week. This is my highlight for the week. I got so lucky with finding this. It's a very sought after figure. As I say, it's not available on eBay at the moment, and when it does come up, it's really big money. So to find this for £20 was an absolute bargain. I bought this as fast as I could and then fled the shop before somebody stopped me, because I'm sure they could have sold this for a lot more than £20. So yeah, that was my absolute highlight of the week. To find that, I kept pinching myself on the way home because I couldn't quite believe that I'd found it. I never thought I would own Teela in the Club Grayskull range. I thought that she would remain always elusive, but no, I managed to find her, so that was a really good piece of luck. I thank the toy gods for putting her in front of me. Let's just flip it round to the back. We can see there's a nice image there of Tila in front of Castle Grayskull. I'll bring this up to the camera so that if you want to pause it and read it, you can read the little bio of Tila. But I will buy a display case for this, and this will go very, very gladly into my collection. I was absolutely amazed to receive this. There are a couple of problems with the figure that people have noticed when they've opened them, mainly to do with her hips. The peg that connects the two legs together is slightly too long, which means that her legs are slightly too far apart, and you can see that here. If we have a look at her crotch area, you can see there is quite a gap there between her thighs. Without wishing to be too crude about things, the hips don't really sit as they should, and she looks a little peculiar. But there's nothing I can do about that, and I'm really happy to have the figure. And as I don't display these figures loose, I keep them in the box. This is absolutely ideal for me. So, yeah, really pleased to get her. But I think that's probably all I've got to show you guys for this week. So thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with any other jelly products you may know. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and do leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of the pickups from this week, particularly this one. I mean, I'm sure you're all going to agree this was an absolutely amazing find, and I'm very grateful and very lucky to have this in the collection. Thanks again to Chris for the gift of the My Little Pony. Very pleased to add it/she to my pony herd. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. See you later. Bye.